I'm sorry. I think it's a little bit of both. I think for them to be willing to give him a try, he's going to have to come down on his price. Okay, he's going to have to do a prove me deal, probably a 1-year deal where he proves he can play, proves he can learn the playbook. Quarterback takes off running for the Danger, and he is stopped just shy of the goal line, as the Danger now have its second and goal inside the 1-yard line on a broken play. So yes, there's definitely owners in the NFL who are sitting back going, I'm not giving him a job because he knows. Now, as we get closer to training camp and certain guys get hurt, Nebraska Danger quarterback takes it in off the right side for a touchdown, putting them up 33-17 currently. We'll see what they do at the extra point. Would I give Kaepernick a chance? Look, everybody knows I'm a Lions fan. What he does, what he's best at, is not the system we're running right now. It's not what Jim Bob Cooter does, okay? So he wouldn't fit well there. It's going to have to be a team like the Denver Broncos who have a Mike McCoy who can develop a system that fits the player. Or the New England Patriots with Josh McDaniels and that offensive staff and how they make their game plans to fit their personnel. It's not just, this is who we are, this is what we run, and you have to be able to run it. And that's going to be Kaepernick's, in my opinion, best opportunity to get back out on the field in the NFL. Okay? He followed through with his protest. He sent $1 million to feed people. He gave up his shoe collection to the homeless. He has given $50,000 to multiple organizations for relief or for the poor. He's given money to organizations to help police and community involvement. He is active in the community centers there in the Bay Area. We'll have to see if he continues that with his next team. But really, I'm proud of the guy. He took a stance. It was a tough stance to have. He carried it out throughout the entire season, and he's putting he's made his good chunk of money, don't get me wrong. We had a little connectivity issue again. I'm going to have to talk to the tech guy here at the summit and see what we can do about that for the 14th. We're just going to try and make it through the show. But again, I'm proud of Kaepernick. However you feel about him, that's fine. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I'm not going to bash you for that. I'm not going to say bad things about you because of that. Okay? But as far as my opinion of what he's doing goes, I'm proud of him. I hope he keeps it up, and I hope it makes change, okay? I really do. That's what I saw from what he was doing. He was trying to effect a change. Change is what we need, and I think he's doing a good job at that. Right now, the pressure getting ready. They're staying in this game. It is 34-17, 17-point lead. But again, just as fast as the Crush were able to break away at that lead earlier, they're going to be able to chip away at that lead here in the second half. All they need is a couple stops, a couple turnovers like they got there at the end of the first half, and they're going to be fine. They got to keep their heads up. They got to keep fighting. And they need a couple things to break their way. Obviously, that's what happens in the world of athletics. You gotta have a few things go your way. That's all we'll talk about Kaepernick. We got to return 5, 10, 15. Stopped at the 16-yard line on the return is number 3 for the Colorado Crush as the offense comes back out onto the field. If you're not here at the Summit watching the game, if you're not in Nebraska watching the game, go to the IFL's YouTube channel where you can watch all the games live, okay? Every game is streamed live on the IFL's YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, search IFL, And then if there's multiple games, you'll be able to pick which game you want to watch. If you want to text into the show, 720-515-5597. This is KP with Real Deal Sports Talk with KP, coming to you live from the Summit in Windsor, Colorado. We got a pass over the middle, stopped at the 25. Colorado Crush, 1st and 10. I have to say, this new quarterback, Nadler, he's having quite the game tonight, coming in relief. He's hitting guys smooth. They're getting themselves open, which hasn't happened too much this season. And it's some good football that's being played right now. Definitely check it out. If you can hear the fans, you might be able to hear the feedback of the game right now. It's exciting. I like it. I told you guys earlier I'm becoming a fan. Pass to the right side, down at the 20-yard line. 2nd down, 2nd and 6 for the Crush. All right, other stories. This is a big one, okay? This one's going to come down to, I believe, this weekend's game or next weekend's game when Houston takes on Oklahoma City. And that is the story of the NBA MVP for this season. Now, the NBA has a Defensive Player of the Year. They do not have an Offensive Player of the Year award. Generally, that person is the MVP. I disagree with this. I think you need to have the 3 categories. You need to have big catch at the 10-yard line by number 3 of the Crush. 1st and goal, Colorado. I believe, just like the other pro sports, you need to have the Defensive Player of the Year award. You need to have that Offensive Player, and you need to have the MVP. Now, you guys know how I feel about the MVP. It's not always the most valuable player. It's generally the best player on the best team, right? That's how it goes. Yard line, 3rd and goal, Colorado. Now this season, as in every season LeBron plays, he's an MVP candidate. He's the best player in the world currently right now until he retires, okay? At some point, we'll have a long debate on this show about who's better, LeBron or MJ. I'm going to have LeBron, who's a big MJ supporter. I am going to take LeBron's side. Until then, we got 2 guys this season that are doing something that hasn't been done in 30 or 40 years. And I'm talking about Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I'm talking about James Harden of the Houston Rockets, okay? What Westbrook is doing, if he ends up averaging a triple-double on the season, that has not been done since the 60s with Oscar Robertson. Immensely impressive. Could it hurt the Thunder in the playoffs? I think so. Okay? They're sitting at a 6-7 seed right now, and I think that style of play that Billy Donovan is having his club do there in Oklahoma City, it's great for regular season. Okay? He's currently the Peyton Manning of the NBA. However, with that being said, is it still impressive? Is he very valuable to what the Thunder have accomplished this season? Yes, without him, they wouldn't be in playoff contention at all. Switch over to James Harden. What he's doing, averaging 30 and 10, hasn't been done since Tiny Archibald did it. And I thank Jalen Rose for pointing that out. I'm not going to take credit for that. I didn't do the research. Jalen Rose did it for me. I checked it out. Turns out it's true. Rush off the right side. Touchdown, Colorado. We needed that one. We needed that one, okay? We needed that one. So it's 33-23, 34-23. We'll see how this extra point goes. Big touchdown run there for the Colorado Crush. Excuse me. All right. Center is over the ball. Kicker is set. Snap is good. Kick is up. And it's good. 34-24 as Colorado closes the gap in the third quarter. I'm telling you, this is one we need to get. We need to come back. We need to put it to them, and we need to get this W coming because we have a road trip again, okay? Our next game's on the road. We'll be back here April 14th for the next viewing party with the Colorado Crush at the Summit, Windsor. And they're putting up a fight right now, guys. I'm telling you, if you're at home, get on your computer, get on your smart TV, go to YouTube, the IFL channel, select the Crush versus the Danger, and see what your local team's doing. Then come out, watch a game live. It will change you. You will become a fan. The energy, the speed, the hitting, the guys bouncing off the walls, the fan participation. And something we'll get to in a minute, celebrating. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Back to James Harden, back to Jalen Rose doing the research on those stats. Appreciate it, Jalen. I'm going to try and get you on my show as you are from Detroit. I love the Detroit Lions, the Detroit Tigers. I was a fan of the Pistons when they were balling. So we're going to try and get you on the show. We'll see what happens with that. Appreciate you doing the research on those stats, though. Now, you look at, in my opinion, those two guys, Westbrook and Harden, okay? Who would you take? A lot of people right now are going to take Westbrook because he's putting up the triple-double. How do you argue with that? You can't. But what? Big return for the Danger as they get it all the way back to the Crush's 15-yard line. There is a flag down on the field, however. We'll have to see how that goes. Looks like it's coming back. That will be the second big return of this game that could come back as Colorado had a huge return there at the end of the first half. But ultimately what it comes down to, and I think it will come down to, is the game they're going to play here in the next few days. The winner of that game, whoever has the better stats, mark my word, they will be the MVP of the NBA on the season. Now James Harden, he's got his team to 50 wins, okay? The Rockets are already there, they're sitting at the 4th seed, they're trying to climb up. If Oklahoma City gets to 50 wins, does that help Russell Westbrook get that nod over Harden? Does it then take it from the better player on the better team and put it into the hands of the guy who's having the better season and is more valuable to his team? Danger on first down, the ball did come back, pass off to the right, complete to the 14-15 yard line as the Crush stopped there. Second down, Danger. Looking for a big stop from the defense on this one so we can chip away on that lead. Now what I'd like to see, because I honestly I can't remember an interception on the season, I'd like to see us get a pick here. Maybe not a pick six, but let's put our hands on the ball. Let's take it away from the Danger. Second down, running back in the backfield for the Danger. Quarterback sends his guys in motion. It is a pass up the middle. It's a number 3. The Crush stop him on their 24-yard line. First and 10 for the Danger. Still looking for a stop on this drive. So it could come down to that game. I think it will come down to that game. It's a nationally televised game. It's going to give these voters one more shot to see these guys against each other. And it is the end of the playoff run. You're looking at 10, 12 games left in the season at this point. That's why I feel like this game is really going to decide for who the MVP is. Run off to the right side. He gets free. And the Crush drop him at about the 20-yard line. It will be second and about 5 for the Danger. So we'll have to see how the MVP race breaks out. It could be given to LeBron every year, just like it could have been given to Michael every year in the 90s he played, just like it could have been given to either Bird or Magic every year in the 80s, okay? That's not how they do it. They're not just going to give it to the best player going every year. Back to pass, the Danger, throw it to the end zone, one-handed attempt, incomplete as he is unable to bring it in. Third down. Good stop.